Press gang. Press gang. Press gang. Press gang. Press gang. Press gang. Press gang.
Water. Am I even plugged up? Y'all hear me? Oh yeah, we good. Water. What else? Spliff music. Big Spliff music. What's the deal, homie? What is the deal? Keeping it real. What's the deal? Spliff music. First one in. They come check on me. Shout out to the Spliff mode. Everybody come check on me. Appreciate that. Just another one like the other one, as I like to say. Another one like the other one. Another one like the other one. Hopefully a better stream than my last stream. A little late, but it is what it is. What's the energy, though? Let's turn the fuck up. Turn the fuck up. What is the energy? What is the energy? Man. What the fuck is going on? What up, though? Hopefully some members show up. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to be here. We're going to take the stairs. We're going to watch a couple cool little things I found on the tube. Watch some niggas squabble. Watch some gang politics. I don't think I'm going to play the game. I don't know. Might play the game, depending on how I feel. Depending on how I feel. See how it goes. 0 viewers. Gotta keep working at this shit. Got to keep working at this shit. Keep grinding. Grind mode. In grind mode. Let's see. We in grind mode. What's up with you niggas? I didn't even make a motherfucking post. I am gonna make a post. Let these niggas know I'm going live. Shit, ESTG. They say ESTG is losing sight in one of his eyes. I don't know if he noticed, but he looked blind already. What up, y'all? I'm live right now. Tap in. Let's get to it. Let's see if they messing with me. The energy was low in that. Low energy. This shit is like really low vibrations, man. Y'all niggas giving me low vibrations right now. Low vibes, man. You niggas better go get some friends and come back and turn this shit up. Cause y'all giving me low vibes right now. Telling y'all. Goddamn. Certified Crip. Certified Crip. Own homies ain't in the live. Ain't that a bitch? Let's see though. We're gonna make the post and make the post. We're gonna get this post right because these niggas got me fucked up. Let's do it again. Add another link. No, that ain't the one though. We're gonna do that. Trying to get these pictures right to upload. What's up, y'all? Whoever the fuck is in the chat, my one viewer. There we go. Whoever the fuck is in the chat, what's the deal, man? They say my boy ESTG losing sight. I was about to say, I don't know if he noticed, but that nigga looked like he blind in one eye already. I thought the nigga only had one eye, so I don't think he gonna miss that other eye. Well, look, I don't think the rest of us gonna miss ESTI. He might miss his other eye if he's going blind in the eye, but I'm not about to miss ESTG's eye. Shit, I thought he didn't have other eye. It's kind of like that Aaliyah thing. Remember how we used to see Aaliyah? And we used to think that bitch didn't have no other eye? Not to be calling her a bitch, but you know what I mean. Like, feel me? But we used to think like, damn, this bitch ain't got no eye. Like, feel me? But then you come to find out she had a lazy eye. And she's always wear her hair like this. Niggas don't listen to me. I ain't tripping though. I sit here and talk to myself all goddamn night. How about that? Nigga. Yeah. What's up with you niggas, man? Yeah, man. I say ESTG losing a motherfucking eye, nigga. That's crazy. I don't know if y'all seen this. I just want to know, this nigga losing a fucking eye, cuz? I know y'all can't see the words, but it say he losing the eye, but shit. That clouded. We knew, nigga. I knew that eye was kind of cloudy every time I seen that nigga. I was like, that nigga, he has TG eye kind of cloudy, nigga. Maybe something wrong with me, but shit. Nigga. Let's see what else we on. What else we on? Everybody snitching. Everybody snitching. Everybody telling. Everybody snitching. Everybody telling. So we ain't got to talk about that. Oh, Charleston. Oh, yeah, I did talk about that with Spliff Mode. And Charleston White pulled the gun out. I actually got to look at the video now. I think the interviewer should have slapped Charleston White right in his motherfucking mouth. As soon as he start acting like he wanted to grab his gun or he was about to talk like he was going to get to the point like he was, I got a gun right here. I'd have jumped up and slapped that nigga right in his mouth as soon as he would have jumped up. No kizzy. Knock that nigga right out his motherfucker. Man, y'all niggas be giving that nigga too much leeway. But at the same time, shit, who gonna crash out behind Charleston White? It's like a double-edged sword. You damned if you do, and you damned if you don't with that nigga. So it's best just to get the fuck out of his way either way. He's damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Either way with that nigga. Everybody still talking about Kelpie getting his ass whooped on No Jumper. I talked about that on Spliff Mode with my boy Toke. I mean, and then another thing is, now I figured out the situation though now that I got a chance to look into it a little more with the Kelpie, the little fake pimp ass nigga. I kind of looked into it a little bit though. So Kelpie went in there being highly disrespectful, bro. He went in there with the intentions. If you listen to ODM Slim response to it, and you listen to his own response to it, like he kind of went in there with the intentions on kicking up some shit. Basically, because he felt like he had ODM Slim with him now, that he had a crib with him, that he could get in there and talk spicy. He felt like that since he was dealing with Adam and not Sharp, Almighty was there, and he had ODM Slim there. He felt like, and then when you watch the clip, when Suspect jumps up and start punching on the nigga, like he throw the headphones off his head, he start punching on the nigga, right? Kelpie don't even really fight back, bro. He looks over, he like as if he was looking for help. You could tell instead of fighting back, he looks this way like looking for ODM Slim. Like you could tell that's what it was. As soon as he started getting hit, he turned his face this way and started looking for ODM Slim to come help him. And I found that interesting. Very interesting. A lot of people ain't nobody listening to me, so but shit. I might clip it and put it back up. But I did find that kind of interesting how he didn't try to fight back. He looked over for help. Like he looked over like basically like ODM Slim, where are you? He's about to punch me or he's punching on me. And people trying to give him credit for calling him a bitch while he was bleeding. I'm like, bro, like, yeah, you can talk all the shit now that people's breaking you up. You ain't jumping up out the couch trying to rush Almighty Suspect while you talking about you still a bitch. You ain't jumping up trying to fight him, though. And that's crazy. Like, if you ain't gonna fight for yourself, I don't know why you was looking around for somebody else to run over there and help you. And like I said on Spliff Mode, man, all professionalism goes out the door, bro. Once you stop being professional and you went to the route of calling me a bitch, then I can leave. I don't have to be a podcaster no more. I have to prove to you that I'm not a bitch. I don't know. Maybe that's how Kelpie rocking, nigga. Shit. Maybe that's how Kelpie getting down. What's up with everybody, though, man? Niggas been out there shopping for Black Friday? Ah. That's what we should have called this motherfucker. Is it Black Friday? Black Friday. Up in smoke, nigga. I'm such a cold nigga. I changed the name of the stream. Midstream. Boom. Black Friday, nigga, up in smoke. What's up with y'all niggas, man? Oh, niggas is leaving? Oh, niggas is faking? Damn. I'm a real ass nigga. You niggas is punk faking and leaving and shit. I'm gonna get on some gangster shit, cause you niggas. What was the shit I was trying to see? I was trying to see this gangster shit earlier. Nah. We watching all kind of little shit, but that shit too long right there. That shit way too long. What's the deal? Come join the motherfucking stream. Come hang out with your boy. Ain't like I'm over here doing backflips or nothing, but shit, come hang out. Oh, shit. Almighty speaks. Are y'all interested? I am.
But if you disrespect me, we're going to do something for sure.
man, hey, you gave the kid a career. If I guess that's cool. I hope the best of him. I don't hate that kid. Like I don't give a fuck. If I see him right now, I wouldn't be mad because like I already got out everything I had to do. Like you feel me? Like I'm not one of those. Like unless I lose the fight, I'm not mad. Like, like you feel me? Unless a nigga beat me up, if I see that nigga, I don't need another fade. Like I'm good. I already. You didn't touch me, nigga. I don't got a problem. I had a problem with you right at that moment. I don't got a problem with him no more. Like who cares? I hope the best for that man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think doing that shit was cool. You feel me? But I just wasn't gonna let you disrespect me. And if I knew the whole ODM Slim, whole like, you feel me, we finna like whole bring back up shit, I would have never agreed to that shit because I would have knew he would have came in high power. You know what I'm saying? I expected him to come with the same energy as last time. I didn't expect him to come in there with backup and thinking you was finna press a nigga.
Exactly.
If I would have knew he was finna go in there and do all
Exactly.
that, I would be like, I'm straight on that, bro, because I'm gonna beat his ass and we ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that.
Exactly. I respect what he's saying right there, because he would have been able to call the play from a minute like, oh, he trying to come in with backup and talk high power now. Like, of course, you would have seen that you would have foresaw that. I kind of felt like Adam did foresee that.
You feel me? I wouldn't even agree to that shit. But I had to.
We got the same couch, nigga.
Okay. Yeah, niggas be talking about that McDonald's picture, nigga. That's look, Pimp Street, nigga. A nigga had to do the little McDonald's shit, nigga. I was on probation, nigga, fresh out of jail, ankle bracelet on. One of my stipulations was you gotta get a job or go to school, and I was too old to my credits was too low. I was like 17, finna have a baby, fresh out. So nigga, it was get a job or go to jail. So nigga, on God, I got a job. Fuck you mean, nigga? On God, that shit only lasted for like a month. That shit was crazy as fuck. I was finding any
By the way, young,
reason to call off, nigga. I'm hiding in the freezer, nigga. All type of shit, nigga. All type of shit. I was hiding in the freezer. I was the most bullshit McDonald's worker ever, nigga. No cap. I was like what?
suspect a fool, but yeah, I respect what he did. And like I say, I feel like Adam seen that shit coming. But what's up with you though, Baby Ace in the chat? What's up, bro? What up, Baby Ace? Dun 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 dun. Everybody reacting to this nigga Charleston yanking the blicky on the Nicky. What this nigga academic say about it? Sheesh. We'll move this shit. We ain't gonna trip on that shit too much. What's the big old deal? What's the big old deal, BA? Tell your ass jump in the Discord. Oh yeah, you ain't been on in a minute, man. Last week I was on Spliff Mode stream, man. I went to Spliff Mode. You should tap into Spliff Mode TV with Press Gang. You'll see it. Spliff Mode TV. I was on A stream. I had a good time. It was fun. It was fun over there. Matter of fact, let's watch some. Let's go over the Spliff Mode stream. Let's see. How did I look on camera? Spliff Mode, Not Sicko with Press Gang. Let's see. How was that stream? It did numbers. 1,500 views. Shout out to Spliff Rona. Let's see.
Wow.
We in the
Spliff Music, what's the deal?
Spliff
Yo
Music
Mama,
is-
what's the deal? Spliff Rona, yeah, Wiz, what's the deal?
Everybody in these motherfucking man.
Pot Lord.
Yo.
My dog, Pot Lord.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. No, dead ass. No, but you know we got that good Tito's on us always. Splimo.
Nigga, it was fun as fuck, bro. Yeah, you still Press Gang, bro.
Let's start out the stream by taking a shot, man. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
off the dribble. Off the dribble.
Ganged up. We was turned up.
And the
shit.
daughter.
This nigga is so stupid, bro. This nigga is so stupid, bro. This nigga is.
Isn't it we talking about Baby Yon on stream.
It's like, fuck that. So we're like, nigga, fuck you, whatever. Like, you know, like, just go somewhere else type shit, whatever. You know, like, nigga, it's the middle of the summer,
Right.
in Venice Beach, niggas gonna rent bikes or whatever, whatever. So, this nigga, you know, Yon, he always posted up right there, nigga, between Horizon and Westminster. So, this nigga, you should post that you're live on IG. Did I not do that? Oh, it didn't go through.
Yeah, we was on this bitch hanging, bro. Let's see. We was talking about fights with this nigga Baby Yon.
Oh,
We
that's
called this nigga Baby Yon on stream.
Newport Cat.
Newport Cat. Yeah, it don't sound as, it ain't as catchy. Camel
Shout out
Cat.
Cool Cat, bro.
Camel Cat, yeah. You gotta smoke cools, bro.
You can probably see it on stream. Cool Cat, look at this nigga's face.
Look at the screen, baby, y'all. No, it wasn't. It was we was in the Bay. It's when I first brought you. It was the Bay. The first
Hey,
place
all
I
right,
brought
Cool
you.
Cat, keep it a stack. What's good? What's happening? Man, this is crazy to me. Sorry, I'm my bad, Chad. Like,
Yeah, it was a good ass stream, bro. I had a great stream. I was reading the chat from when I left. Everybody was saying, Presto, you need to be permanent on Spliff Mode. And, you know, it was fun, though. Crib Street. Crib Street. Shout out to the Spliff Mode, bro. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get nosy. What's burning, 7? What's burning? You already know, bro. You already know, bro. What's up with you, 7? How was your day, bro? How was work, big doggy? Things are as good as they're gonna be. I'll tell you that. They're as good as they're gonna be. Like the stream, y'all. Like the stream. Let's get the likes up. Like the stream, though. Let's like the stream. Let's get the likes up a little bit. Yeah, things as good as they're gonna be. You know. No, that go. Things are as good as they can be. There you go. Felt like it was like just like, you know. There we go. There we go. Things can't be any better. How are things with you, big homie? How are the crazy people treating you in Venice? How are the crazy people treating you, bro? Like the stream, follow, subscribe, do all that cool shit, man. Appreciate that, 7. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all we can do, bro. Yes, appreciate you tapping into the Spliff Mode stream that day too, bro. Working my way up, bro. I'm trying, man. Paulo is, just that one day I learned a lot. Feel me? Damn. That's some good. That's some good, chat. Boom. Boom, bottom. What we talking about, 7? What we talking about, homie? Crip, King, 100, the Fist, all of the above. That's how I be feeling. Sheesh. Crip, King, 100, the Fist. I feel like we all just know what that means. Don't we all just know what that means? I feel like we all know what that means. The homie race, the homie Baby Ace, Mr. Bridgewater. I'm gonna make him a mod on the channel too. See, homies don't even know what they doing with themselves right now. I'm gonna make you mods on the channel, make you a part of the whole program. Just gotta tap into the live chat on stream. Matter of fact, this goofy nigga. Speaking of this nigga. Speaking of this niggas. Tell you, I be putting these niggas on and how they do me. This nigga hit these niggas, man. You gotta like the stream too. If you in here, like the stream right quick, man. It takes 2 seconds to hit the little funny looking ass thumb they got down there. Don't be a spectator and a hater. Cause if you ain't liking, you hating. You just watching and hating. That's cold. Don't be a hater. Like the stream. Show some love. Let's talk about it. There's still only so much to talk about. Baby, y'all so silly. I sent this nigga the link. He talking about he need to get better service. This nigga must got a Obama phone. Gonna fix that. Tell that nigga we gonna fix that. Okay, gonna fix that. Gotta have this nigga with some decent service on his phone. I don't know what he using, Cricket or some shit. This nigga better use. He's gotta use some right shit, man. What the fuck he doing? Damn, these niggas ain't shit. These niggas ain't shit. And hit Baby Presto, tell this nigga, yeah, nigga, you the hater, nigga. I'm live, nigga. Just tell these niggas everything. Damn. God damn. And the 8 motherfuckers that came in this motherfucker, look. They came and they went. You motherfuckers ain't even go like the stream. I'm telling you, I'm going to start calling DPs on motherfuckers I don't see in the chat. I'm just bullshitting. You niggas be in the politicking way too much about shit that don't matter, cuz. I be wanting to tell y'all niggas got to stop, bro. Y'all niggas be arguing with each other, worried about that shit, man. Just telling y'all, man. Y'all ain't see Young Boy post? Stop the violence. You can have a better life. Y'all see that Young Boy post? That nigga made a post talking about stop the violence. You can have a better life. Some bullshit. You too can prevent forest fires. The fuck? Where the fuck is this prison at? Any of y'all ever been to the county jail? In LA?
CNN's Ted Rowlands goes behind bars and into a prison where inmates are segregated by race and violence to get the story.
You need just driver's license? Yes. All right. Today we're heading into the Los Angeles County's largest men's jail. This is the Pitchess Detention Center. Our story today is black-brown tension. So we're going to hopefully get a chance to talk to some of the inmates and get a real feel for
Niggas ain't about to talk to you.
supposed tension between. Is that cool?
And none of them niggas gonna talk to you.
Looks like you have a staff station right here. This is what your typical pod looks like. You have a staff station right here, and then you have 4 dorms. They all live together. Generally about 68 inmates in each dorm. These are integrated dorms. We've just taken Hispanic gang members and removed them and kept them separate.
We just found out that in this dorm, 712 is where an inmate was killed during that uprising in February. This is the 800 building, and this is where the Latino gang members that started that uprising back in February, not these actual inmates, but this gang, they've been put in this building and in others, segregated from the rest of the population. And since they've made that move, deputies here say it's made a huge difference in terms of the violence in this facility.
Historically, this facility has averaged 2 significant dorm disturbances per month every month. We haven't had one since last June.
It's interesting to see, definitely, the different people inside here, all together, a lot of tattoos.
County jail is a crazy place, son. Crazy place, kid. That's why I tell my New York, hey, son. The county jail is a crazy place, yo. In L.A., I heard Rikers is some shit. I heard Rikers in New York is some shit. But, you know, ain't no gangsters in the chat right now, so. What the fuck? Ain't no gangsters in the chat right now, so. Let's see y'all playing. You see? Ain't no gangsters in the chat. Ain't no gangsters in the chat. See? Ain't nobody in this bitch. Well, 7 might be in here. 7 will tell you about the county jail. Tell us, 7. I'm about to make Spliff Music a mod. Oh, yeah, I need to fix my mods, man, because I got to turn this off because I don't want y'all to see. I don't want y'all to see. Let me see. Yeah, I gotta get rid of some of y'all. Oh, cool. It wasn't gonna come on that screen anyway. But I gotta get rid of some of y'all. I'm sorry. I fuck with you. I fuck with you. I think we're gonna do Spliff Music for sure. Where's Spliff Music at? I don't know if Spliff Music even wants to be, but welcome to the big leagues, nigga. What's that OT say? Welcome to the big leagues, Spliff. Welcome to the this is the big leagues. Channel full of mods. Wait. All these hidden users. Should I unblock these people? Oh, whoa. Press Gang is a fake blood. Somebody actually made their name Press Gang is a fake blood. You went all out your way. Yeah, these niggas is crazy. I got copyright strike? For what? Damn, niggas is hating. Yeah, man. Let's pull some videos up since y'all playing. Pull some videos up since y'all playing. So, 12-minute fight? Oh, no. There we go. Meet the girl gang of Los Angeles. No, we not doing that. Y'all be capping. You niggas be watching. Let's see what's new. A woman convicted of pimping. What is this?
A South Bay woman facing prison for running a house of prostitution says she wasn't running it at all. Her story tonight is that the house is part of a nationwide operation run by a Vietnamese gang. Lloyd LaQuesta spoke with her at the Santa Clara County Jail.
34-year-old Mai Moore was convicted last month of pimping. Police say she was a madam at a house of prostitution in San Jose. The bust was made last year at this home in a quiet residential area of South San Jose. Police say Moore, 3 other women, and 2 men were arrested here, and that the house catered to as many as 60 clients a day. Ledgers were also seized showing the various business transactions, along with checks signed by Mai Moore. Terrence Chow jumped bail soon after his arrest and is being sought. The other suspect, Sang Tang Vei, was caught today in San Francisco.
That nigga name is Sang Tang Bay.
He too had jumped bail. Mai Moore, who says she became a prostitute.
Mine more.
Prostitute at 13 in Vietnam claims she did not run the house of prostitution.
Run by the gang member, and forced me to do what they told me to do.
The records seized also show airline listings, and Morris says prostitutes were flown in from various parts of the country.
They rotated, go around.
Yeah, he was flying them hoes in. Damn. Everybody getting robbed in LA. See, look at this shit.
Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. We begin with breaking news involving a shooting at a luxury apartment building near downtown LA.
Police say a man in a Rolls Royce was targeted for his expensive jewelry. Pedro Rivera live at the scene with the latest. Pedro.
Yeah, Micah, Cher, that's exactly what detectives tell me, that it appears to be an apparent robbery. Take a look behind me. As you see, that Rolls Royce is...
Yeah, this was Jay Money, the rapper from Atlanta. They was broadcasting a few days ago. They got robbed.
Still there in front of this building. This is the Curve building on the 2800 block of Sunset, a luxury apartment building. To give you some perspective here, rent here, you know, some apartments go for around $6,000. A lot.
Yeah. They caught his ass lacking. Bet he know now. So niggas is putting fentanyl in Mexico. They putting fentanyl in the weed.
There's a new drug of choice in New Mexico that's causing problems like the state's never seen before.
So why is fentanyl so prevalent in New Mexico? KRQE News 13 investigative reporter Gabrielle Burkhardt highlights the challenges our state is up against, and a warning: some of the video you're about to see is disturbing.
I would consider it to be poison.
Nope, we're not doing that. That ain't no fun. That ain't no fun. Let's play some music, bro. Play some shit, man. Oh, let me see. Somebody got their ass aired out on Thanksgiving.
The tragedy struck this Costa Mesa neighborhood
Guess
on
Thanksgiving,
a holiday. Residents now on edge. As you mentioned, one person is dead, two others fighting for their lives at a local hospital, and authorities this morning confirming with me that they are still searching for at least one male suspect. This all happened yesterday. Take a look on around 6:30 p.m. here on the 400 block of Bay Street near Harbor.
I don't know what the fuck that is. I tell y'all, man. There's some places in LA I can't even tell you where the fuck it is. I don't even know where the fuck that's at. And I'll be everywhere, so I'll let you know that's just some random ass crazy shit going on. These niggas, let's see.
You out to Dallas right now, where we have a police chase
Dallas
underway. Viewer discretion is always advised here, but we appreciate you once again joining us here today as we are taking a live look here of Skyfox aerials showing this car here as it continues to lead police here in this chase. As you can see, the driver reckless right now, going in and out of lanes at a high speed.
Yeah, he's smashing.
Speed right now, and we'll continue to track it here. This is featuring the Mesquite Police are chasing the suspect through Dallas on I-30. The suspect is in this black sedan. At this time, it is not known why the chase is started here, but we will follow it at every step of the way right here for everyone.
It don't matter at this point.
Fox Worldwide, as always.
Let's skip ahead to the good part.
Staying right here with you. I'm live now from Fox, high up above Skyfox, showing right now the suspect.
Nigga, get to the good part.
Of a driver that just does not want to give up right here. And
why would he?
Late left right here, pulling into Looks to be a car wash gas station area. Let's see what's going to happen here. Now, oh, he might not know where he's at. Oh, we're going through this parking lot here, trying to get onto the street. They're making it look both ways here. We go now to a residential area here. Could this be an opportunity for the suspect to try to maybe
That's dumb.
ditch the vehicle and try to make a
How
run
you gonna
for it?
ditch the vehicle? The police are right
Know
behind
what
you,
he's
bro.
planning or she's planning to do next. We wait and see.
Where is
on
you
this
driving
one,
to?
but
Y'all be out here. Where are
maybe
you
the driver
running?
just doesn't know where they're at right now.
You're not
'cause
gonna
they
lose the
made their way
police.
into
All
this
that open
residential
space.
area where, again, things
What
can
is the
get
point of
really
running
dicey here
at this
as
point?
Well, as these are always signs of possible accident as well as you just got
All
more
that
people
clear
in
in
these
the wide open
residential
space
areas
and the helicopter. There is no point of running, bro.
here, obviously, those speeds going exceeding right now through this residential area in the Dallas area. We're following all along for you here on Live Now. We're following. That continues to jump fences right now in this Dallas neighborhood.
That nigga. Nah, that nigga was on some bullshit. It's the same type of shit. Y'all be driving nowhere. All that open space. How y'all be expecting to get away from the police in all that open space? These niggas be just expecting the police to give up. Police car though. You ain't about to lose that police car.
Yes, he just wrecked out. He wrecked out in the park.
Guess you can't drive as good as you thought you could. Go, nigga, go. It ain't over till it's over. See, all that open space, where is you running? Why is you throwing shit off now? It's chasing you through a baseball field. This nigga ran into the police car. I'm so done with this nigga.
Garland police say 2 young men involved in a deadly police chase over the weekend stole from businesses all across North Texas.
Police say Burnaby Giles and Joey Jarvis are both charged now with organized criminal activity. They say Jarvis.
This nigga name is Burnaby Giles. His co-defendant name is Joey Jarvis. Y'all don't got the goofiest motherfucking names.
Jarvis led them on a chase after learning they were wanted for a number of burglaries. That chase ended in a crash that killed a 16-year-old passenger. Jarvis is also charged with murder. Fox 4's David Santendry spoke with a business owner who believes a recent burglary at their shop was the work of these young men. David.
Yeah, and Heather and Steve.
Let's see.
So we showed you that chase yesterday on Fox 4 News at 5 from Sky 4. Well, now we're going to see it from the officer's perspective, a deputy constable's dashboard camera. That deputy tried to pull the car over because of a problem we've heard a lot about lately. The paper tags on that vehicle were bogus. Fox 4's Sean Rabb joining us now live with the story. Sean.
Yeah, Heather, and we're out here along Interstate 635 where that dangerous chase took place, darting in and out of traffic Monday. Kaufman County Constable Jason Johnson tells me his deputies scour the streets looking for fake tags, expired tags, and when they find them, they pull them over. But the man in that Mercedes would not stop, and now we know why he ran. New tires for Kaufman County Constable Jason Johnson's Hellcat after Monday's chase of a black Mercedes-Benz.
The driver failed to pull over to the immediate right and stop, went onto the service road, and you can see that he immediately jumps on the highway.
And the clock starts on what would be a 2-hour, 46-minute chase. Behind the wheel, Emmanuel Arap Makui Bowl. Deputy Constable Antonio Britton's trying to pull him over because of the
Emmanuel Imakukui-Obo. They got some crazy names, bro.
bad tag, a fake duplicate. The problem highlighted recently as a major concern for law enforcement across Texas.
We don't know if the car's stolen. We don't know if he just committed a serious offense. He's running for a reason and he doesn't want to stop.
We now know why Emmanuel Bowl ran. The constable's office says inside that car was fentanyl, ecstasy, and marijuana. Plus, Bowl busted with fentanyl in Dallas County back in May, according to court records, and indicted on that charge August 9th.
The speeds on 635 is 65. Right now he's doing 80, 85.
Sky 4 in the air as the Mercedes moves north on 635. Back on side streets, Deputy Britton, out of gas, drops out of the chase.
That's me.
The constable in that Hellcat after him.
And we thought maybe we had him in, but that's when he started to drive the wrong way.
From Sky 4, you can see as he hits a car trying to shake the law.
Driving that he's doing, we're not doing this, he's doing this. And we can't keep on allowing this to happen.
All over East and Northeast Dallas, side streets, 635, Interstate 30, West and East. Bowl bails out of the car and it's over fences and in between houses. Sky 4 sees it all, but he gives up when Deputy Constable Aaron Ross and K9 Tina shows up.
K9 Tina did her job. She tracked him down. And, you know, K9's the way they are trained. Once they do a job, they want their reward. And so in that situation, she wanted it. We are seizing the vehicle. I mean, we have zero tolerance here in Kaufman County.
So Emmanuel Bowl was out of jail on bond from the dope case he caught in Dallas County, indicted on that in August. Now he's got fresh cases. If
the dog didn't even do shit. Dog should have jumped up there and got his ass.
A robbery attempt is nipped in the bud when an armed man finds himself up against a convenience store worker with his own weapon. It happened on September 9th in Pensacola, Florida. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office released this security video saying the suspect, 32-year-old Rakeem Stephen Tate, turned a bad decision into a worse decision when he entered the store armed. Security footage shows Tate walking inside carrying a gun under his right arm. He walks around the store before speaking with someone who is off camera.
I don't mean no harm. I'm just not from around here. Well, you got any member? I got a big gun. But I'm not from around here is what I'm saying. I'm from Chicago, bro.
Escambia County officials say the clerk noticed Tate was armed before he entered the store and ran to the back room to arm himself with his personal weapon.
I see your what's that?
After leaving the store, Tate was charged with openly carrying a prohibited weapon and attempted robbery with a firearm. Officials with the Escambia County Sheriff's Office posted the security footage on Facebook, saying it was, quote, not a good time for a robbery. And while Tate may be from Chicago,
but I'm not from around here is what I'm saying. I'm from Chicago, bro.
Officials went on to write, quote, you're not in Chicago anymore. You're under arrest. For the latest developments in this story and all things true crime, stay with Law and Crime Network. I'm
don't know. Does it look like he was trying to rob?
A robbery attempt is nipped in the bud when an armed
How? He didn't come in the door and come right for you.
man finds himself up against a convenience store worker with his own weapon.
Yeah. Put it back. All right, I'm gone. Put it back.
Store armed. Security footage shows Tate walking inside carrying a gun under his right arm. He walks around the store before speaking with someone who is off camera.
I don't mean no harm. I'm just not from around here. Well, you got any member? I got a big gun. But I'm not from around here is what I'm saying. I'm from Chicago, bro.
Escambia County officials say the clerk noticed Tate was armed before.
Yeah, that was weird, bro. My bad, y'all. That was weird as fuck. That was weird as hell. Let's see. Is there sound? Damn. Wait a minute. Nigga. How you come in there shooting at them? Outside shooting, though.
Also tonight, police are searching for the teenagers who they say killed a hard-working 24-year-old man who was just trying to cash his paycheck and hurt a 34-year-old woman in the process.
Neil Smith is the name of the man who was shot and killed on Argyle Road 10 days ago. In a story you'll only see on 10 TV, Crime Tracker 10's Lacey Chris spoke with Smith's family and reveals who police are looking for.
Witnesses told Columbus police Neil Smith tried to give the suspects the money, saying just take it. They shot him 13 times anyway, killing him.
They ran up. Me and my best friend were talking in my car.
And what happened?
I don't know what happened. Some little boys were shooting.
I'm gonna miss him terribly.
Shirley Leaks is Neil Smith's grandmother. She says he went down the street to the corner market to cash his paycheck to pay bills. But Columbus police say 17-year-old Jabrell McClendon, 16-year-old Taiwan Gavin, and 21-year-old Keanu Logan saw the cash and followed Smith.
And he told him to take the money. Senseless? Yes. I know the world is wicked, with no conscience.
The female, she said that Neil fell right next to her, and Neil apologized to her.
Columbus Police Detective Terry Kelly says it didn't appear that Smith knew the suspects. They just wanted his money.
What we can determine from that is the fact that it was a robbery where Neil tried to do what he was told to do and give them the money and then run for his own safety, and they shot him anyways.
Kelly says thanks to the public's help, they were able to identify the three suspects, but that they still have not been arrested.
Again at 5 o'clock, though, with
Bombs.
possible links in multiple
Bombs.
shootings that happened in recent weeks here in the city of Philadelphia. That's according to Philly police.
Eyewitness News reporter Matt Petrillo is live outside Philadelphia Police headquarters with the very latest. Good evening, Matt.
Hey, Siaf and Natasha, good evening to you. Police have been looking for links in several recent shootings in Philadelphia, and as they continue to investigate, what is clear is the pain felt by those who have lost loved ones to gun violence. Security video released by Philadelphia police on Wednesday shows 3 suspects wearing dark clothing, masks, and latex gloves as they run from a vehicle and ambush a 19-year-old man, firing more than 24 times, killing him. The victim's grieving mother identified him as Tamir Jones.
He was a good kid.
She says her son did not have a criminal record, but he was a father figure to his nieces and nephew.
He has a 3-year-old nephew that's asking for him every day. What do we tell him? He's used to seeing his uncle.
Today you can still see bullet holes left behind outside his apartment. It happened by 13th and Green Streets near Spring Garden back on September 26th. Days before, another shooting at 13th and Oxford Streets near Temple University injured an 8-year-old girl. Police have now linked a dark-colored Nissan Altima in that shooting to the vehicle involved in the shooting from September 26 that killed Jones. But police are still working to identify the gunman.
They had masks on. We need to know who's under the mask. Parents, who's under the mask? You know your children. You know them.
Publicly, Philadelphia police have been tight-lipped over possible connections involving these and other shootings.
We have nothing to report that says we have a definitive connection yet, but we are continuing to look at this case as well as some others that have a similar MO.
Jones's mother has this message to the suspects.
Turn yourselves in. Stop terrorizing the city.
And there is a $20,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction in each of those shootings. Reporting live outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Matt Petrillo.
These niggas going up.
But
Philly,
first tonight,
Queens.
The search for the 2 gunmen still on the loose more than 24 hours after a shooting that injured 10 people in Queens. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandra Bookman.
And I'm Joe Torres. Police say the shootings are gang-related, and 3 of the 10 people shot were the intended targets.
Now, that street was full of people because there was a birthday party underway. All of the victims are expected to survive. The youngest, just 19 years old. The oldest, 72 years old. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang is live tonight at the scene in North Corona. Lucy?
Well, Sandra and Joe, this
to take the car, and it was surrounded by police tape.
37th Avenue between 97th and 98th Streets in Corona, Queens turned into an open shooting range Saturday night when 4 men opened fire, 2 on foot, 2 on scooters.
After they fire at least 37 times that we know of, they calmly get on the back of the scooters and take off.
Officials report at least 10 victims were shot, 7 of them believed to be innocent bystanders. You can see pedestrians ducking and running for cover in this surveillance video obtained by Eyewitness News. The 3 who were shot are believed to have been targeted, authorities blaming this wild violence on gangs.
If you're not stopping and frisking these young men who are at war with one another, you're guaranteeing that more of them are going to come out with loaded handguns, with 9mm, and start popping shots, not only at their perceived adversaries, their real adversaries, but innocent members of the community.
We need a joint gangs and guns task force with the federal, state, and city coordination to make sure that we can do information sharing, go after the guns that are on the streets.
Both candidates for mayor explained what they would do to bring peace back to New York City, while police are left asking for the public's help.
Oh, I know that clothing, or the video, I know their gait, I know so-and-so walks that way, and that's why we are really, really appealing to the public.
As gun violence continues to rise in the city, so too fear. No arrest at this hour, as Sandra mentioned. Thankfully, all the victims are expected to survive. We're live in Queens tonight. I'm Lucy Yang for Channel.
In the quiet alleys of Shadipur in West Delhi, a scam call centre is in operation. This group of scammers run multiple scams and will target people all over the world, including India and Europe.
Thank you for contacting Federal Police Department. How may I help you?
Okay, as you have the money in the form of cash with you, now we're gonna save the assets and show the government a legal proof that this is the amount that you have taken out from your bank, and this is the only money that you have, right? And this is the only bank account that you're banking with. There's no other connection that you have with other bank accounts.
But pretending to be the police is going to prove their downfall. I was first alerted to this group of scammers through one of my friends, Nanobator. I've left a link to his version of the video in the top right and it's in the description. But it was quickly very obvious that this group had CCTV. You might wonder why scammers have CCTV, and it's because it's part of the building infrastructure which they rent, and they really don't like it there. And in fact, the odd person would either cover or turn one or two of the cameras to avoid recording what they were doing. But no amount of camera covering was going to stop a dedicated group of scam baiters recording exactly what they did and handing the information to the police. But what sort of scam were they running? Here you can see one of their scripts. It's just a modified version of the US Customs and Border script, here modified for Austria. Ultimately, they would try and persuade victims that their money in the bank was at risk, and the only way of safeguarding it would be to go and buy what they termed a security card, which we all know means gift card.
Hello, this call is from Interpol. The purpose of this call is to inform you that your Austrian identity has been misused for fraudulent and illegal activity. For more information, press 1. I repeat, press 1.
And for anyone who did press 1, they would be forced to speak English to a scammer in this building. But how did we know that it was this building? Obviously, the CCTV was a major clue to the inside of the building. Here we're tracking one person walking from the entrance right through to the rooms with the scam app.
This is crazy. Not CCTV. It's wicked out here.
2 people are dead and 2 others were wounded as
Island carjackings continue to increase, and that has some drivers in the city of Philadelphia on high alert. Many of these victims are being targeted at gas stations. City leaders say that they are taking actions on solutions, but they still say they need to devote more resources to this growing problem. Action News reporter Aliana Gomez now with the details.
It's like a scene right out of a movie, except disturbing and violent crimes like this one are playing out in real time on the streets of Philadelphia.
You gotta arm yourself. It's dangerous out here. It's
Wow. When you get out the car, lock the door. You in the car, you get your gas, lock the door.
The city is desperate to claw its way out of this gun violence crisis. While Mayor Jim Kenney acknowledges reducing crime is his top priority, in a newly published op-ed in the Philadelphia Inquirer, Kenney says the violence is fueled by press headlines and federal and state gun laws.
Of course, the media is going to focus on us having historic and record levels of violence, so that's to be expected.
Councilwoman Jamie Gaudier says she's been pushing for an emergency declaration on gun violence, to no avail. It's why many people say they keep their head on a swivel, especially at gas stations, where robberies, carjackings, and shootings are escalating.
Constantly being on the lookout, you know, the notorious like checking around your car, like seeing who else is in the parking lot, trying to take note of like essential features just to make sure that like if anything does happen, I know how to identify somebody.
Our 6 ABC data journalism team found there have been at least 7 shootings and 4 homicides at Philadelphia gas stations so far this year. According to Philadelphia police, there have been 69 armed robberies at the pumps this year, compared to 65 in all of last year. And there were 7.
And breaking news, a 14-year-old arrested in this gunfight that erupted outside of a gas station in DeKalb County, killing a man. We just received this video within the last hour and a half and counted at least 4 people firing shots, dodging between cars and shooting out the business windows as well, all while car after SUV after truck drives past the station. The man who was killed was trying to drive away with a child inside his car.
Now, this all happened at 6 p.m. last night at a
And let's get straight to that new video from TMZ. They gave us permission to use it. It shows the moment entertainment executive Shaka Zulu shot and killed a man outside of a Buckhead restaurant. His attorneys say it was self-defense. Channel 2's Veronica Griffin is live in Buckhead tonight. To use it, it shows the moment entertainment executive Shaka Zulu shot and killed a man outside of a Buckhead restaurant. His attorneys say it was self-defense. They gave us permission to use it. It shows the moment entertainment executive Shaka Zulu shot and killed a man outside of a Buckhead restaurant. Gave us permission to use it. It shows the moment entertainment executive Shaka Zulu shot and killed a man outside of a Buckhead restaurant. His attorneys say they gave us permission. They gave us permission to use it. It shows the moment entertainment executive Shaka Zulu shot and killed a man outside of a Buckhead restaurant. His attorneys say it was self-defense. Channel 2's Veronica Griffin is live in Buckhead tonight. And Veronica,
Jessica Sino is at VIP parking. Zulu was attacked outside of the restaurant after Zulu with murder, but attorneys say Zulu was attacked outside of the restaurant after a group of men, including Benton, grew upset because they could not get VIP parking and a table inside the swanky Buckhead restaurant. They now want Atlanta police to drop the murder charges against their client. Defense attorney Jessica Sino is not working this case. She watched the TMZ video and says while it's not definitive, it raises a good argument for stand your ground.
In Georgia, the only thing that the defendant has to show is some evidence. The only thing that the
good argument for stand your ground.
In Georgia, the only thing that the defendant has to show is some evidence that they were justified to use self-defense, and then the prosecution has to come back and prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it wasn't justified. In Georgia,
stand your ground.
In Georgia, the only thing.
Oh yeah, that nigga Shaka Zulu will beat that.
A lot of times what happens with these robbery crews in general is they become more and more violent as they go along.
Police have charged a 19-year-old Oak Park man with that vicious armed robbery and shooting in Lincoln Park earlier this month that nearly killed a culinary arts student from Atlanta.
They say Tyshawn Brownlee is part of a crew that could be responsible for more than 20 armed robberies on the city's north side.
Dane Placco reports the suspect wound up getting shot himself.
We have 5 innocent victims in a community that has been terrorized. As the superintendent has said, and I will repeat.
You know, and I know it's real. I mean, I'm living it. I know it's real, but it's just the level is just almost hard to conceive that a juvenile.
Leach
hard to believe. You know, and I.
Familiar with the Game Over kids. He was a defense attorney before he took the bench less than 2 years ago. He admits the carjacking videos are disturbing.
It's almost hard to believe, you know, and I know it's real. I mean, I'm living it. I know it's real, but it's just the level is just almost hard to conceive that a juvenile.
Leach explains during COVID, the court did not hold as many juveniles as they typically would, but they are reevaluating the scoring to hold juveniles. He says those who are put on juvenile probation are about 77% likely to reoffend.
How do you, as a judge, get through to that 75, 77% who reoffend to make sure they don't show back up into your court?
I say to them, I've read the PSIs on other kids and my own kids, and I see where some kids think it's a joke, and I say it's not a joke. I want them to call me the moment you do something wrong.
Leach says the juvenile judges are working with Columbus Police and the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office to find a strategy to keep the juveniles from reoffending and protecting the public.
So what is the solution?
The solution is to figure out ways to connect, as you said earlier in your interview. How do you connect to these kids? We have to connect. And the solution gets back to putting services in place that connect.
Mabry says the community is stepping in to help the criminal.
Tonight, car dealerships all around Cleveland on high alert right now after a group of young kids and teenagers committed, well, a daring crime. The general manager at Spitzer Kia on Brook Park Road says they stole the keys to a brand new car right off the table, then drove the car right off the lot.
News 5's Jesse Schultz found that exact model was involved in a similar crime at another dealership.
It's a crime so bold it is almost hard to believe. But the manager here at Spitzer Kia says that same group of kids and teenagers that came in Friday also came in Tuesday to try to do it again. And now he hopes they're caught before any more dealerships are hit. Spitzer Kia's showroom is always bustling.
We're a very busy store. We sell a lot of vehicles.
So Friday afternoon, when 3 minors walked in, Freddie Mansour, the general manager, says they didn't think much of it.
They came from the side of the building, walked in the dealership.
But in just minutes, he says the kids grabbed a set of keys right off a table.
Put the keys in their pocket, walked right out the front of the door.
As surveillance video shows, they hopped into a 2022 black Kia Seltos and took off.
You know, we've been around for a very long time, and we do things right. And for someone to come in our dealership and steal what's not theirs, it's really, really frustrating.
Even more frustrating, he says those kids came back.
The same group of individuals that stole our Seltos on Friday came back today, walked in our dealership, kind of same scenario, grabbed a key right off the table in front of a customer.
He says they did it with the stolen black Kia Seltos parked across the street.
I actually had a salesperson confront them and run across the street.
That's crazy. Y'all just lame. Boring stream. Lame stream.
LA police are getting their orders as they prepare. Okay. See what's going on there.
CNN's Ted Rowlands goes behind bars and into a prison where inmates are segregated by race and violence to get the story.
San Jose postal workers are in jail tonight, accused of selling drugs on the job. The workers were arraigned today, the arrest coming after a 4-month investigation by federal inspectors. They're still looking for one suspect. Officials say it was a small-scale drug ring, and they do not believe it is a widespread problem.
In Switchblades, the evolution is as shattering as modern warfare would be to the veteran of the Civil War. Drugs and the battle over distribution rights is one reason for the change. There is a recklessness in today's gang wars that make even the prohibition battles of the 1920s pale by comparison. There were, in those days at least, and by the direction of crime bosses, some ground rules. Civilian deaths were to be avoided. You tried not to kill law enforcement officers. It is worse, of course, in some places than others. Among the worst of all is Los Angeles.
We'll be in the area of Queen 40.
Roger, I just want to make sure we have the house secured and I'll make an entry.
Right now, this community is in a state of siege, too many guns on the street, and they have to be suppressed.
Put your head down, what are you looking at? Put your head down!
Gangs have taken over. They run it, and they run it through fear.
There are 70,000 gang members in Los Angeles County. Out of that, perhaps about 10,000 are hardcore. Hardcore means that they'll kill you as soon as look at you.
The hardcore gang member, he's a sociopath. He's an individual that you can't do anything with. He has no conscience, nothing except to make money through the sale of narcotics.
They're out there dealing dope, so they're fighting over that. They're fighting over territory. They're fighting over virtually anything. Whose graffiti goes on this wall? Whose neighborhood is that? Long-time wars that have been going on over things that people can't even remember anymore.
Most of them that are doing these things are kids that do not feel that they are worth anything.
If you didn't play basketball or football, there's nothing to do but go home and shoot dice and get high or get drunk. But now with cocaine, you have something, a way to make money. And with cocaine, the ugliest person in the world with a second-grade education is the king, as long as he has cocaine.
They drop out of school. We don't do anything to bring them back into school. They go on the streets. They see others making a great deal of money, either in drugs or prostitution or a whole variety of criminal activities, and they say, that's the way to go for me.
They not only become users, they become sellers, and they become distributors. And they now are involved so heavily. It's just a total marriage.
You know, people say crime doesn't pay, but it's worth it in a sense. If you can make, say, $15,000, $16,000 in one day, you just have to be smart about it or use your sense.
A kid is not going to go to junior high school every day and flip hamburgers at Mickey D's when he can stand on a corner and make anywhere from $100 to $300 a day selling rock.
Where do you live, Foot? 80th, put your hands down. Where? Go there.
I stopped this kid maybe twice a week, every week for 4 weeks. He was in a known narcotic location. I watched him do a deal down the street, but by the time I got there, I could find no narcotics, so needless to say, I couldn't arrest him. But every time during the search, I'd find $600 or $700 on his pocket, every single time.
When they kill someone, they display a really remarkable lack of care or concern about that. Just no big thing. You know, they laugh and joke and what the hell. Life's, you know, the old saying, life's cheap.
He was dirty. That shit was his. That was his. He was nervous.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't doing nothing.
Hey, mine. Hey, mine.
They said I wasn't going out anymore because we could do more. And we were fighting it every step of the way the whole night through. It was the last night I did it. And if it wasn't
That shit. The last nigga posted my mother, and 18 hours later, his ass was getting pooper scooper. They ass was pooper. They had to get pooper scoopered up. 18 hours later, I didn't even get a chance to get on the internet and really see what was going on. Man, it was dissing Barbara and shit. I ain't even know what was really going on. By the time I caught on Nichols, it was already da-da-da, breaking news. And then Will.
Welcome to a new series. This will be a completely different format of video. Here we'll be diving into the history of mafias and cartels, all under the name of education and awareness. In this series, you will learn the roots of the problems, not just what transpired. You will learn about what circumstances led to the formation of these underground operations. From 1800s Chinatown, 1900s Ohio, and to current day Mexico. These stories can no longer go untold. So join me as I explore a world that was never taught in schools. This is the new and improved Swamp Stories. So with all that being said, let's dive right in. Jalisco New Generation. Power, takeover, and total destruction, all in the name of massive profits. Today, the cartel is worth over $50 billion. But with this money comes a whole lot of problems. Jalisco New Generation has caused an immense amount of damage in order to gain their wealth. They have overtaken national forces, decimated their opposition, and taken control of much of Mexico, all in just 13 years. But in order to understand how this happened, we must go back to the start. Everything started out with a young man named Nemesio Cervantes, also known as El Mencho. He grew up in the small town of Aguililla, Michoacan, which is located in the middle of nowhere. There, his family picked avocados to support their 5 children. Well, by age 11, El Mencho dropped out of school to work in the fields with his parents. After 7 long years of working countless hours and barely getting by, El Mencho decided to take the risk of a lifetime. At 18 years old, he traveled all the way from southern Mexico to the San Francisco Bay Area. There, he did what he could to survive and quickly found his next path. While roaming around the Tenderloin and Mission District neighborhoods, Nemesio discovered a chance to get rich. He noticed a market that he could take advantage of, especially given his connections back home. So El Mencho began traveling back and forth from his hometown to San Francisco, bringing over loads of you-know-what. After a few months, he and his brother-in-law Abigail Valencia set up shop in the nearby suburb of Redwood City. They purchased a suburban home in order to stay low-key, and from there they distributed to the whole Northern California. However, this journey did not come without bumps in the road. In just a year and a half, El Mencho was arrested 5 times in San Francisco, but for whatever reason, the district attorney let him go each time. The first investigations. After seeing so many arrests and no consequences, the DEA opened an investigation. They began tracking down El Mencho until they caught him in the act. However, due to California law, El Mencho could not be sentenced. Instead, he would be extradited back home. Upon his return to Mexico, El Mencho decided to join the federal police. Now, you may be thinking that this is against the code of the streets. However, in Mexico, they play by a whole different set of rules. Down there, it's very common for police officers to be criminals and vice versa. In fact, some people join the police force as a way to get connected to the cartels. And for El Mencho, this is exactly what he did. While patrolling the Jalisco region, he got connected to the Milenio Cartel. This is a smaller cartel that was formed by avocado farmers in the Michoacan region. Because of this similarity, El Mencho had serious trust for the leadership. Milenio was led by Oscar Valencia, also known as El Lobo, and early on rumors say that he took a great liking to El Mencho. So Mencho saw the opportunity and was willing to do anything to climb the ranks. So he opted to begin at the lowest rank. This meant handling any task they may need, and by task I hope you know what I mean. So let me set the context. At this time, Milenio was in a serious rivalry with Los Zetas. This was a dangerous group located in northern and eastern Mexico. They were led by former army lieutenants who put profit and control over anything else. So this is what El Mencho was up against, a task that most would not make it out of. However, this guy was something that Mexico had never seen before. He gained a wild reputation early on by being the most cold-blooded in the whole cartel. Because of this, Milenio designated him to lead the state of Colima. This is a smaller region of Mexico located right below Jalisco and west of Michoacan. Along with his designation, he was allowed to choose the name of his section. So he decided to call them Los Matazetas, meaning of Los Zetas in Spanish. That's how dedicated he was to the cause. And after years of running Colima, El Mencho seeked a larger role within Milenio. Everyone liked him, and most importantly, everyone followed his word. He was the perfect fit to run Milenio, so he patiently waited his turn. October 28th, 2009. After a major raid, Milenio leader Oscar Valencia was arrested and sent away for life. So finally, after all this time, it was Mencho's chance to run Milenio, right? Nope. Instead, Oscar's brother, nicknamed El Tigre, was given the role. This was controversial because many within the cartel wanted El Mencho to become the leader. Of course, El Mencho was angry about the decision and he decided to complain to the leadership. This would not end well for him. In the world of cartels, complaining to those above you is one of the worst decisions you can make. So the incarcerated leader Oscar Valencia decided to send a big message. He would allegedly send a member named Tecato to take out 3 of El Mencho's favorite associates. El Mencho felt disrespected, but before acting out, he would make Milenio an offer. You hand over Tecato to me, and I'll leave the situation alone. Milenio would not agree, and they would actually make the situation worse. They accused El Mencho of being the informant that got Oscar arrested. Essentially, they believed that Mencho set him up so that he could be the next leader. Whoa, in the world of cartels, accusing somebody of ratting is the worst thing you can call them. All of this led El Mencho to make a huge decision. So he called a meeting with everyone who he believed was loyal to him, not Milenio. This included his 2 favorite guys, Eric Valencia and Martin Ortega. He explained the situation and asked everyone if they would join him and leave Milenio. Everyone agreed, so Los Matazetas broke apart from Milenio. This is despite being outnumbered, having less funds, and claiming far less territory. But either way, El Mencho was ready for the challenge. He despised his former bosses, and they certainly despised him as well. This was the revenge of the underdogs, and here's how it played out. 2009 and 2010 were wild years in southwest Mexico. El Mencho, Eric, and Martin made it their mission to take down Milenio. From Colima, they quickly made it up to Jalisco, taking over one town at a time. Milenio took El Mencho as a joke and had no idea what was coming. And by 2011, he had taken over most of Jalisco. So as a result, he changed the name to Jalisco New Generation, also known as CJNG. This all but certified that they were the new kings of Jalisco. Well, after battling Milenio, El Mencho never forgot about his old rivals. So let's take a trip to the Gulf Coast of Mexico. Historically, the Gulf Coast was territory of Los Zetas, and one of their strongholds was the state of Veracruz. Well, for whatever reason, El Mencho sent his guys on a horrible mission, something that I cannot fathom. On the morning of September 20th, 2011, 35 Los Zetas associates were found near a shopping mall in Boca del Rio. This incident caught national and global attention due to its severity, and it certainly gave CJNG a horrible reputation to start with. It was later discovered that only 6 of the 35 were Los Zetas members. Either way, CJNG would release a public statement stating that they are the new proprietors of Veracruz. Of course, this prompted the Mexican government to step in and launch Operation Safe Veracruz. They sent the Mexican military and federal police to patrol the streets 24/7. Sadly, this would do nothing to stop the chaos, it would just move it to another region. At this time, El Mencho had taken over the northern city of Culiacan, November 23rd, 2011. 4 a.m. Local police get a call about burning vehicles in a parking lot, so the fire department comes and puts them out. There, 26 CJNG members are found. Although it's unofficial, researchers believe that Los Zetas carried this out. Unfortunately, these events would continue at an alarming rate, worse than Mexico had ever seen before. And things only got worse when CJNG joined together with the Sinaloa cartel. Well, by the start of 2012, it's estimated that Sinaloa and CJNG claimed over 500 lives. And this prompted Mexican authorities to name El Mencho as their #1 most wanted man. Once he saw the headline, Mencho decided to head to the small town of Tonaya to hide out. The beautiful town lays between two mountains, making it secluded from any population. This is where he planned to relax and wait for the attention to pass over. This lasted for a few months until things would go terribly wrong. August 15th, 2012. Mexican police receive an anonymous call saying that the wanted man is living in town. So instantly they send forces to the small town. After locating his hideout, police surround him and his 12 bodyguards. And here El Mencho makes a wild decision. He orders his guards to start blasting off as he runs to his car. 6 of his guards would not make it, and El Mencho was found on a nearby interstate. El Mencho was finally in custody. So this was the end, right? Somehow, within 24 hours of capture, El Mencho had escaped and was nowhere to be found. After escaping, Mencho was driven to the city of Guadalajara, where CJNG had their largest presence. Once they learned the news, Mexican authorities were furious and decided to track him down. So the president sent thousands of officers to the city of Guadalajara. However, once they arrived, every single highway was blocked off by burning cars. CJNG made Guadalajara completely inaccessible. No one could leave or enter the city, all to keep their leader from getting arrested. And at this point, the police made the smart decision to back off. At this moment, they knew that Jalisco New Generation was far more powerful than they are. On the other hand, the United States DEA was tracking down El Mencho the entire time. Unfortunately, there was nothing they could do. However, they did discover that his wife and son were hiding out in the small city of Gulfport, Mississippi. They searched the home in hopes of finding him, but he was nowhere to be found. Instead, he was living comfortably in Guadalajara while calling shots and trying to take over the entire country of Mexico. So let me break things down once again. At this time, CJNG was cool with Sinaloa and rivaled Los Zetas and Milenio. But in 2012, they wanted to expand their list of rivals. So on August 11th, 2012, they uploaded a 4-minute video on Blog del Narco. For those unfamiliar, this is how the cartels communicate to the general public. Well, in the video, they announced that their next plans are to take over the states of Michoacan and Guerrero. They also addressed the local and federal police, telling them to stay out of the way because this mission is for the better of the people. Essentially, CJNG blamed problems in these two states on the Knights Templar. They called them immoral and bothersome to hardworking civilians. The next day, August 12th, 2012. 21 Knights Templar members are found throughout the state of Michoacan. This took the Knights leader Servando Martinez by surprise, as he had never had any problems with CJNG. This rivalry went back and forth, resulting in one of the biggest conflicts in Mexican history. The worst part is that this all started for absolutely no reason. Some say that the reason for these takeovers is financial gain. The idea is that lowering competition will increase their market share. And sadly, in this case, profit was put over humanity. When is enough money enough to just sit down and relax? Well, this wasn't in El Mencho's plans. By 2015, it's estimated that he reached a net worth of $15 billion. This would make him richer than Charles Schwab, Mickey Arison, and Robert Kraft. Because of this immense wealth, CJNG has been able to pay off authorities since the very start. So you may wonder why so many officers cave in, but once you see how much they make, you may empathize. The starting salary for a federal police officer in Mexico is 9,260 pesos a year. That is equivalent to $474 US. Then the highest level of earnings is capped out at 32,000 pesos a year. This is only 1,600 US US dollars. So this means that paying an officer $1,000 will likely be higher than his entire salary. I just wanted to point that out so we can humanize things and get off of our American high horse. So overall, many officers cave in, but when they don't, CJNG sends a message. In April of 2015, the federal government once again made an attempt to capture El Mencho. April 7th, 2015, Jalisco, Mexico. 3 trucks full of 15 officers drive to the mountain where El Mencho resides. When they arrive in town, they notice that the only road is blocked off by 2 buses. So they scratch their heads and wonder how CJNG knew that they were coming. They could sense that this was a bad sign, so they quickly decided to turn around. But that's when CJNG members come out from behind the buses. El Mencho had explicitly ordered police to stay off his case, or else things like this would occur. He knew from inside sources that they were coming. That's why he was prepared. Mexico now understood that sneaking up on him would be impossible. So instead, they sent an all-out blitz. April 30th, 2015. 10 a.m. Mexico's president takes to Twitter to let the public know that tonight, CJNG will be officially dismantled. At 12 a.m., 10,000 officers are sent to Jalisco at once. When they arrive, every single road is blocked. Literally every single connection to Jalisco is blocked off. 6:30 a.m. The government is overly frustrated, so they come up with another plan. They decide to send a helicopter into Jalisco. However, El Mencho knew that it was coming. So as the helicopter is descending into town, CJNG goes full GTA. Right after the incident, President Nieto sent out a tweet of condolences and thanked all the courageous officers. Sadly, El Mencho was not captured, and CJNG proved how untouchable they really are. However, some good did come out of this. For the first time ever, the community decided to stand against them. This was all too much, all of this destruction for greedy profits and control. So on May 9th, over 1,000 residents marched across Guadalajara. The number of supporters was definitely higher, but many people were scared to show out against the cartel. Well, these demonstrations could not stop the billion-dollar train known as Jalisco New Generation. At this point, no one could stop them, except for themselves. In March of 2017, the co-founder Eric Salazar departed from the cartel. This was a shocking move, especially given his powerful position, second in command to El Mencho. Well, after splitting, he started his own cartel, known as Nueva Plaza. This did not make El Mencho happy, so the former friends turned into bitter enemies. This rivalry has been wild from the start, however, we should cover it in a separate episode, so please let me know if you want to see that. To conclude this episode, let me briefly recap the last 5 years of Jalisco New Generation. Since 2017, their ascent has been exponential, taking over regions that no one thought they ever could. This is a 2020 map. The areas in red are completely controlled by CJNG, and the areas in pink have some level of CJNG control. During this time, almost every cartel in Mexico has lost leaders over and over again, but for some odd reason, El Mencho has never been touched. His own son, El Menchito, has even been arrested, but not him. Currently, he is Mexico's most wanted man, even to the point where the US sees him as a threat as well. The US government is offering $10 million for anyone who will turn him in. Sadly, you have a higher chance of winning the lottery 3 times in a row. But now let's change gears to some surprising positivity. During the 2020 pandemic, many cartel leaders stepped up to the plate. As many people were stuck at home without income, El Mencho invested millions in providing food and necessities to the poor. Obviously, this is a great thing, but it leaves me perplexed. If the cartels have the capacity for so much good, why does damage and destruction continue? Also, if anyone is watching from Mexico, feel free to leave your stories in the comments. Well, this served as a brief summary of CJNG, however, there's so much more to it. So please let me know if you want to see more. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Peace!
Bum ass nigga. Bum ass nigga. Let's see.
Right.
Who wanted to be like Chris Lighty? Jimmy Henchman.
Yeah.
What did Jimmy Henchman do?
You said
Move
that.
on the same block as Chris Lighty? Who did Chris Lighty have? LL, Diddy, Free, 50, Buster. He ran the tunnel at 18. Who did Henchman want to be? Chris Lighty. Who was we down with? Chris Lighty. Beef is inherited. Stop playing.
50 Cent the rapper, he'll be known as 50 Cent the rapper, and 50 Cent the street legend will be known as 50 Cent the street legend. There's no comparison. To me, that's a great honor to know that I knew that person who influenced that. I'm not living the fantasy of the music business.
Well, don't give me no pass, man. I don't deserve passes. I'm a f***ed up. Okay? You should do something to me. You understand what I'm saying? Send mixed messages. You know? But now that I got your address, if we go there, we'll be on your doorstep.
50 Cent and Jimmy Henchman have a beef that runs deep. So deep that one of 50 Cent's friends got his life taken over this beef, and 50 Cent himself was nearly killed. James Roseman, otherwise known as Jimmy Henchman, was a notoriously known gangster in the city of New York. He had heavy links with 50 Cent's mentor growing up, Kenneth Supreme McGriff. But at first, 50 really didn't have any issues with Jimmy at the time. After 50 Cent blew up in 2003 with his Get Rich or Die Trying record, Dr. Dre signed a rapper by the name of The Game. Eventually, Dre asked 50 if Game could be in G-Unit, seeing as they had New York on lock, they had Young Buck with the South, so 50 figured if he added Game into G-Unit, they would have a new West Coast artist. The deal was inked and The Game officially became a member of G-Unit, but The Game's manager at the time was Jimmy Henchman. Jimmy had jealousy and resentment towards 50, especially after 50 blew up. In the months leading to The Game's debut album, The Documentary, 50 believes that Jimmy Henchman was actually getting in The Game's ear, telling him if he beefs with 50 Cent, he could become bigger than 50. Henchman stated in an interview that the whole plan was for The Game to surpass 50 Cent and be bigger than him. One of the other reasons that Jimmy disliked 50 was that 50 Cent was close friends with music executive Chris Lighty. According to Tony Yayo in an interview with DJ Vlad, Jimmy was also heavily jealous towards Chris Lighty, and 50 Cent being Lighty's friend was another reason Jimmy disliked 50 Cent. The Game and 50 beef officially started in February 2005. The Game would eventually start the GU Not campaign at Summer Jam 2005.
But I ain't no motherfucking punk, and I ain't nobody's soldier, and I don't follow suit like J.O. and Space. I'm a real, and that's why they kicked me out the group, and I still don't give a to be mad at me, man. I'm a real, and I'm always gonna be the real. Documentary in stores, 4 times platinum worldwide. Y'all heard me do it, so make some other noise, man. Don't hate me. I ain't the motherfucking bad guy, man. And it's still 50. Now play my man. Listen. 50 Cent can suck my Roy Gates can suck my Tony Yayo can suck my G-Unit can suck my New York can suck my Young Buck can suck my LQ can suck my who I hated can suck my. That's what it is.
50 Cent barely responded to The Game, but on October 1st, 2005, the G-Unit Radio 14 Back to Business mixtape was released, and on the song Emotional, 50 Cent airs his feelings about the whole GU Not campaign. He also commented on The Game's new appearance, saying that Jimmy Henchman was basically telling The Game to do all of this.
Hey man, that Jimmy, man. See, that's why I don't like them old school niggas, man. Now you know Jimmy told him to do that. Go out there and say, you not. You know? Well, Jimmy, why you don't tell him how you gonna pay his bills now?
The beef between 50 Cent, G-Unit, and Jimmy Henchman was officially started after this. Jimmy kept telling Game to go after 50 Cent, so that's exactly what the Game did. He released multiple mixtapes and diss tracks dissing 50 throughout the remainder of 2005 and 2006. In 2006, 50 Cent would finally respond to the Game with the song I'm Not Rich, I'm Still Lying. On this song, 50 takes shots at the Game, but he also takes shots at Jimmy Henchman.
Oh man, I hope it does well. You trying to be funny, D-Mac cut all my money, and Jimmy robbing me, they listening probably.
After that, on July 5th, 2006, the G-Unit Radio 21 Hate It or Love It mixtape was released. And this mixtape was dedicated to dissing the Game. As you see on the cover, 50 Cent had Game's head photoshopped on a male stripper, basically spreading rumors that before rapping, the Game was a male stripper.
Put your cheeks together for my Hurricane Games.
Yeah, I woke up from the coma 2001. Yeah. Hate it or love it. Yeah, I'm on top.
I love it. Yeah. It's my summer. Go ahead, say something. I want you to say something. So I can smack the black off you, nigga. I spit in your face.
After that, the beef was ignited once again with the multiple diss tracks from both 50 Cent and the Game. In 2007, something would turn this beef into a life or death war. In March 2007, Jimmy Henchman's son was heading into the building where his father's office was. Tony Yayo and associate Lodi Mack happened to run into Jimmy's son. They confronted his 14-year-old son, and Tony Yayo actually slapped his son in the face, and his friend Lodi Mack flashed a gun at him, threatening his life. Henchman's son eventually told his father about this after entering the building. This was all caught on camera, so eventually Tony Yayo was arrested and charged for this. The charge was dismissed for Yayo. Lodi Mack took the rap for Tony Yayo, saying he was the one who smacked his son, where he would be sentenced to 2 years in prison. Just a couple weeks after his release, he was shot dead in New York. This was the result of Jimmy Henchman putting a hit out on Lodi Mack to have him killed. According to Tony Yayo, the man who killed Lodi Mack was actually his cellmate in prison.
Because your man did a year and then got killed when he came out.
Yeah, the actual hitman it's all documented. Like, you could look it up, so I don't want to seem like I'm dry snitching. It's like, if you read Jimmy Henchman case, all this is documented. But the hitman was actually in jail with my friend. So he befriended him in jail. And then when he got home, that's the same hitman that was his friend in jail. It was the actual hitman. All the dudes
but
that...
How fucked up is that?
I mean, it just tells you,
how
anybody will do anything for the money, you know what I'm saying? I had money on my head plenty of times. Like, when I was locked up on the island, I heard money on my head. I had so-called money on my head in the street, you know what I'm saying? 50 so-called had money on his head. Everybody is just a part of, fucking with 50 Cent and being a part of G-Unit, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You live and you learn. That's why when I see these rap beefs, I know how serious it can get.
This was just the beginning of what Jimmy Henchman was doing to Tony Yayo and 50 Cent. The first time Jimmy tried killing 50 Cent was when he was driving down Manhattan's West Side Highway when he took his hand off the wheel to retrieve his gun. When he was passing 50 Cent's building, he was ready to shoot at it, but he stopped after spotting police behind him. After that failed attempt, Jimmy actually came up with the plan to blow up 50 Cent's bulletproof van. Knowing the cars were bulletproof, he actually tried blowing it up to kill 50 Cent. Jimmy continued his attempts at Yayo and 50's lives when he did a drive-by shooting on Tony Yayo's mom's house with a silenced pistol. His final attempt was when he spotted Tony Yayo's Bentley parked, so he drove by and unloaded bullets into the car. But luckily for Yayo, he was actually sitting inside the bulletproof van that was parked behind the Bentley.
My issue was really more with Jimmy Henchman. And then, as we leaving, I left Apollo. I'm around the corner. My Bentley got shot up, but luckily I was in my bulletproof truck behind the Bentley. So we all on our phones not paying attention, and some dude with a hoodie came by and squeezed probably 4 or 5 bullets into the Bentley. I didn't report it to the police. I took it home, got a boom boom job, 20,000, got the door fixed. Because, once your car gets shot up, it's confiscated. It's police evidence. You might not never get it back.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
As much shootouts as G-Unit been in, we know the law, we know everything.
Yeah, for real.
And when my mom's crib got shot up, that's why when you see these rap beefs and you see a lot of media amping this shit up.
After all this happened, 50 Cent knew that Jimmy Henchman's goons lived in Atlanta. So 50 Cent found one of their addresses and left threatening phone calls to them and had goons leave a dead rat in front of his door. He mentions this on the song Get the Message on the War Angel LP mixtape, where he was going at Preem and Jimmy on this song.
I left a message by your door, he got a chrome 44. niggas fuck pray. And any motherfucker down with them can suck me. I'm still mad.
In June 2010, Jimmy Henchman was arrested on charges of cocaine trafficking, money laundering, and witness tampering. His trial date was in May of 2012, but shortly after his trial in June 2012, Henchman was charged with 4 crimes in connection with the death of Lodi Mack. He was charged with murder for hire and conspiracy to commit murder. Jimmy was seeking for plea bargains to snitch on people to downsize his sentence. On May 22nd, 2012, 50 Cent dropped a mixtape called The Lost Tape, and on the song Complicated, he took shots at Jimmy Henchman and his murder trial. Also mentions him being a rat for snitching to lessen his sentence.
Fuck Bill poppin' that strap, I pop that. Watch the henchman trial, see a rat on a rat.
After that, 50 Cent would release his album Animal Ambition on June 3rd, 2014. And on the song Hold On, he references the situation where Tony Yayo smacked Jimmy Henchman's son. Jimmy then responded to this diss saying that he didn't snitch and that 50 Cent was actually going to testify on him. 50 Cent continued on Instagram posting a picture of Jimmy's paperwork with the caption, "Old Gangsta Jimmy, shake my head, LMAO, washed up, hashtag Jimmy Snitchman." Eventually, on November 29, 2017, Jimmy Henchman was convicted. 50 would continue clowning Jimmy on Instagram until Jimmy recorded his reaction to getting 2 life sentences, in which 50 Cent responded to this.
Man, I want to apologize. I want to apologize to the massive for letting these sucker ass catch me out there like that. I talk about suckers, I'm talking about those who perpetrated to be either my friend, who were wearing wiretaps, who got on the stand and lied. Man, I want to apologize to those that I let down for letting some suckers play me. And I just want you to know, man, that I didn't know. I just didn't know that these dudes was that jealous. That jealousy would allow them or make them do the things that they did. And it's almost like a sucker killed me, man. It's like I let a sucker come down on me, man, and beat me up and kill me, man. And this is the same feeling. It's almost like it's parallel together. And so I want to apologize to all those who have lost their life, dedicated their life to the game. I want to apologize to you for what I allowed to happen to me. I am very sorry. Trust you me.
Brian McLeod to kill Llewellyn Fletcher. You know, one of the things that I did ask Brian McLeod to do was I asked him to bring Fletcher or Yayo to me. So took it upon himself and he killed Llewellyn Fletcher. So here's the most important thing out of this whole thing. I'm not the murderer here. The murderer in this whole situation is home. All he had to do was point the finger at me, and he went home. And I'm in jail for life when I never hired him to kill anyone. So, you know.
Oh, gee, Jimmy the Rat.
I'm glad that it was overturned. I'm happy. It's hopefully that, you know, I won't have to go back to trial. But
as it stands, Jimmy Henchman is currently behind bars for the rest of his life, while 50 Cent lived to tell the tale. So I think it's clear who won this war.
This shit fake as hell. David Bang, what's up? This nigga has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 videos. The first one got 16,000 views. The next video after that has 270,000 views. 10,000, 250,000. 90,000, 17,000. 340,000. 120, 622,000. And then the last video, 180 views. Yeah, something ain't right about that page. C4, what's the deal? This nigga, something ain't right about this page. Let me see. What's up with you, young man? I ain't doing shit, bro. Just chilling. Just chilling. Just chilling, King. What's up with you, fool? Just tapped in. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
Hey, what's It's been several weeks since Takeoff lost his life. Rest in peace. But in the meantime, people have been wondering on when the suspect is actually going to get caught, when somebody involved is actually going to get arrested. And the Houston PD has put out that they've got their theories already. And one of the major theories that was running out there was that it was a guy from Jay Prince Jr.'s camp. A lot of people were throwing around names, and I'm not saying that this guy did it specifically. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to that conclusion someday. But a guy by the name of Lil Cam. Lil Cam's name was one of the first names to be thrown out there as a potential suspect. Even though we haven't seen any evidence of that, we have seen pictures of a guy resembling Lil Cam at the shooting and at the Dice game where Takeoff lost his life. He's allegedly the guy in the yellow hoodie, and fans online have argued that the guy in the yellow hoodie was allegedly the first person to start letting off shots. Okay. And based on a lot of the rumors, fans believe that that's the guy who took Takeoff's life. Now, we've seen nothing official to confirm that, but man, Lil Cam or Fifth Ward Cam's name has been thrown in this a lot, to the point where fans have been watching Lil Cam and his movements on social media closely. Everybody's watching to see if he will be the suspect that's arrested. Well, some breaking news came through today. It looks like Lil Cam might have already been apprehended. Now, before we go into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. 2 days ago, right before Thanksgiving. Actually, the day before Thanksgiving, to be exact. Now, what's interesting is both of the charges that Lil Cam has on his booking info are gun-related, firearm-related. So let's look at these charges one by one. So the very first charge that they have up for Lil Cam is this. It says, unlicensed carry weapon with felony conviction. So basically saying that he's a felon, a convicted felon. He has a felony on his record, right? And he's not supposed to have a weapon. He's not even supposed to be near a weapon. We see this often in a lot of these cases where somebody associated with a rapper, or maybe even the rapper themselves, have to fight a gun charge. And that's basically what this is. Now, this also should pose a couple of questions. Like, how did they know that Lil Cam had this gun? Was it a random stop and he was pulled over? Because it seems like he's been on the radar of a lot of people in law enforcement in Houston. They've actually been looking at his social media, looking at everything involved in this case, and trying to get clues based off of a lot of the rumors that were out there. So is it possible that they pulled him over for a random stop and he had a weapon on him? That's a possibility. But also, there's a possibility of something else. The fact that there was video evidence out there and he might be actually on camera seen with a gun. That's always been enough to lock somebody up if they have a prior conviction as a felon. Now let's check out the second charge that they have. And it's similar. And one thing about both of these charges is you don't see a bond amount. So this second charge says this. It says felon, possession, weapon. So it looks like he's got 2 charges for almost the same thing.
No bomb.
Now, we'll see why that is. You know, there's probably a logical reason why they have both of these listed here. But something definitely feels up with this situation. I think the Houston PD might just be holding their cards real close as they...
They gonna add the charge later. Yeah, they gonna add the charge later. Ooh, shit. Yeah, they gonna add that charge later.
They play out all the moves and start levying down these indictments or start raining down on arrests, because Cam might not be the only person who gets arrested in this situation. Remember, there were multiple people that were shot, and there were also multiple people who were shooting. So at some point, you're gonna start to see plenty of names get locked down. Now, I don't know if that means
Like the stream. Like the stream.
anybody bigger in the rap game will be involved. I hate to throw somebody's name out there, but man, based on all the rumors of Lil Cam allegedly being one of the security guards for J. Prince Jr., and I'm sure they're worried about how this is gonna pan out for them in the long run. J. Prince and his sons have long had a reputation of doing right by rappers and being men of respect in Houston. But once this situation happened and Takeoff lost his life, all bets were off. Most of the hip hop community started to distance themselves from them because it seemed like an impending trial was coming and some arrests were gonna come down, and it's easier to watch this from afar. But what's even wilder is recently they've actually put out displays and tried to make it seem like they were feeling bad about what happened to Takeoff. You even had J. Prince himself go to social media to make a post. But J. Prince Jr. has been quiet, most people know. And that seems a little odd because he was obviously...
Let's get to it. Danny Brown. What y'all know about this? Damn. What the fuck?
It's the Danny Brown show. We about to get live. Let's go. Let's go.
Sensitize yourself. You gotta bring that shit to reality, because porn is some shit that's happening that's not really real life. And once you keep putting that shit in your brain, you be like, I got to get it like that. I want that shit right there. You keep watching, and that ain't what you got in the house, man. You get what I'm saying? You gotta desensitize yourself. You gotta bring it back down. That's why I got to the point when I was going too crazy with porn, man. I just started watching like love scenes and movies. Like, you get what I'm saying? And then once shit like that started to turn you on, then you drop it back down and just be like, let me just watch a hugging video on YouTube. Then you're like, ooh, that shit turned. And then before you know it, it's back on with your lady. You give it up, you look at her like, shit, fuck that hugging shit. I'm ready to get it on. And I remember when I was a fucking kid, you know, you had to steal that shit from your uncle or something, man. You know how many times I stole Triple X Vin Diesel thinking it was a porn? This nigga, I remember one time he came like, man, who keeps stealing my Vin Diesel movie, man? I ain't finished watching that motherfucker. I'm like, it's Triple X wrote on it. I keep thinking it's porn. I guess I get it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm unhappy with my dick, but shit, I'll get this motherfucker shaboink to like, hold up, let me just get my shit just fat. You know what I'm saying? These bitches getting BBL, ass poking out the pants and shit. I want my shit bulging like crazy. It ain't even gonna be for like sex.
This nigga, you pause. This nigga is stupid.
Sexual shit. It's gonna be for aesthetic purposes. You know what I'm saying? Just for certain jeans I wear. You know what I'm saying? You see that motherfucker on the thigh, like, damn. I want that motherfucker to look like the bell you ring at the hotel desk. You know what I'm saying? Look like he got the hotel desk bell in his pants. They see the whole mushroom in that motherfucker. Like, that definition. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, big, huge veins popping up out that motherfucker. And then I'm gonna get it pierced, too. I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way and throw a piercing on that motherfucker and then just walk around in little ass shorts with no drawers on and shit and let the bell pop out at the bottom every now and then when I'm at Whole Foods opening up the shit to get the almond milk. Y'all freeing a nipple, I'm freeing a dickhead right now, man. Let this shit rock. This is male feminism, I guess. Whatever, man. I just be saying dumb shit sometimes, man. I didn't watch Get Out because I like white bitches. I'm like, man, if I watch Get Out, man, it might change my perspective, man. And I got a good thing going right now. And one of my friends who I trust his taste, like, he's like, nigga, you not gonna see it like that. It's gonna be the funniest shit you ever saw in your life. You gotta watch this shit. But I still won't do it. I mean, even when I go to like KFC, you want dark meat or white meat. What you think I pick? the thing is, man, that people always be like, man, Danny, why you date white? It's have nothing to do with that, man. Black women beat me up, man. That's all I know. And I know it's gonna be some black girl that's gonna come out and be like, I'm not gonna beat you up. Yes, you will. You will whoop my ass. Cause I'm gonna make you whoop my ass. I'm the type of nigga, no black woman is never gonna put up with the shit I do. I don't really feel like it's cool white barbershops. You motherfuckers be going to Bo Ricks and Fantastic Sam's and shit like that. Like, what the fuck you think you gonna get at Bo Ricks? You get what I'm saying? They're not innovating haircuts at Fantastic Sam's. They're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? You go get the bowl cut or the mullet. Which one you want? And then when you go to those extra like cool hipster barbershops and shit where they still wearing masks and shit, you get what I'm saying? Like you gonna get, you know, they're gonna give you the cool guy white haircut with streaks and shit like that. And you seem like you just want a normal haircut. I think, man, go to a black barbershop. You wanna do some ill shit? Pull up in the hood and see what happened, man. Talk some gangster shit, watch some World Star Hip Hop videos. You know what I'm saying? They'll definitely give you a style. You know what I'm saying? For real. Especially because I know like a lot of hood barbers, they'll love to have a white boy come in so they can show they can cut his hair so they can put that shit on Instagram. Like, nigga, white niggas pull up too. I can hit y'all niggas up too. Razor lineups and all that. I would love to see a white bald head nigga coming to like the hood barbershop and get a Beijing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and just paint me a bald fade. Beijings is the most, that is the most bizarre shit to me ever, man. Y'all know what that shit is? Is this just me?
I don't think I've heard of it, no.
A Beijing is when a bald motherfucker, they paint the fade on you. They'll paint you a beard. It's some crazy shit, man. Like motherfuckers line up, go back, and then they'll just paint the one. Like Beijing, China. Hair dye, there it go, boom. See, there it go, you see it? That's bizarre, man. Y'all remember when Carlos Boozer had the Beijing? Is that Carlos Boozer?
I don't think so, no.
But pull up Carlos Boozer. That was the most bizarre Beijing. Look at that shit. This nigga look like a NBA 2K creative player. And then you know you sweat, the shit start dripping and shit. It look like he got his mascara running at the end of the game, like he been giving blowjobs. Yeah, don't get no Beijing, man. Like I told you, man. Be yourself. Be the truth.
I'm out of here.